Hello everyone, this is Samadan Kale and welcome to all of you on my YouTube channel. So guys, in this video, we are going to see the Python inheritance. So in the previous video, we have seen how to create a class and what are the types of the class. So in this video, we are going to see the inheritance in the classes, guys. So before starting the video, if you do not subscribe to my channel, guys, please subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you will get the latest update of videos like of these guys. Okay, and one request for you guys, please like my video, and if you do not join our Telegram community channel, please join it. I have given the link of that channel in the description box. Please check it, guys. Okay, so let's start the today's video, guys. So Python inheritance, guys. What is inheritance? Inheritance generally in day-to-day life, all of we know what is inheritance. Okay, so that is some properties comes from our parents and grandparents. That is known as inheritance, guys. So inheritance allows us to define a class in Python. Okay, that inherits all the methods and properties from the another class. Okay, so in the previous video we have seen the parent class and child class. Parent class is also known as, guys, base class. Okay, parent class is also known as base class, and child class is also known as derived class. So what is parent class? Parent class is a class which is being inherited. Yes, which is being inherited, and child class is the class uh, that inherits from the another class. That means child class is inherited from the parent class. So these are the two types, parent class and child class. Now we are going to see creating parent class, how we can create a parent class. So generally, when we create a class in Python, then we have used the init method and div function and class keyword. Okay, so the same thing we have to make any class we used here. Okay, so parent class is the same as the usual class, guys. Okay, so here is some question that we have given. Create a class name person with first name, last name, properties, and print the method, guys. So guys, we have to create a class. The class name is person, guys. Okay, so I'm defining the class now. Yes, so this is a class and whose name is person. Okay, so I have defined the class as person. Okay, now in this person class, we have to give the properties as the first name and last name of the person, and we have to print these properties. Okay, by the print name method. So I will use the init function. Okay, so I will define this init function underscore underscore init. Okay, we have to give, guys, double underscore init. Then and only then it is accepted. Okay, not a single underscore. You have to give the double underscore before I and after t. Okay, so init, and then in this init function, guys, in the last video I have told you the parameter self parameter is compulsory. Okay, so I'm giving the self parameter. Now in this function, init function, I have to give the two parameters. So which are these two parameters? First name and last name, guys. Okay, so for first name I'm using the f name. Okay, f for first name, and second parameter is last name, that is l for last name, guys. Okay, so this is our parameter and init function. Now we have to use this self dot. Okay, so self dot. So in the last video I have told you how to define the objects in init function. Okay, so self dot first name, self dot first name is equal to, I have to give the f name. Okay, then second parameter self dot last name. Okay, last name is equal to l name. So these are our two parameters, guys. Okay, now I will define the another function. So that is for printing the variable. So what is this print name function? So I will define this print name. Okay, and in this print name we have to give the self parameter. It's compulsory. Okay. Then I want to print the format. Okay. So which format I want? So I will print this one, guys. Let us see. So print self dot f name or self dot first name. Okay. Self dot first name and self dot last name. Self dot last name. So these are the two names that I want to print. Okay. So I have defined this person class and now I will run, guys. Okay. I will run it. Once again, I have to refresh it so that it will be understandable. Okay. So if I run this, okay, refresh, I will refresh it. So guys, I have run this class now. Okay. Now I will take another cell here. Second. Yeah. Okay. So in this cell, now I will transform this person class to the x variable. Okay. So x is equal to, I'm going to store this person class. Okay. Now I want the person name, first name and last name. Suppose I'm giving my name. Okay. So this is my name. Okay. And first name, and I have to give the last name. So it is in the string format, guys. Okay. So this is my last name, guys. Okay. Now I want to I have stored this class into the x variable. Now I will use x dot print name. Okay. X dot print name. X dot print name and give the parentheses. And if I run this, guys, let's see what will happen. I will get my name, first name and last name. This format, guys. Okay. So this is the class and creating a person class and which is the parent class, guys. Okay. Now we will see next one is how to create a child. Okay. I hope, guys, all of you understood how to create a person class. Now creating the child class, guys. So to create a class that inherits the functionality from another class, that means the parent class, and which sends the parent class as a parameter when creating the child class. So when we have to create a child class, we have to give or we have to send a parent class as a parameter to the child class, guys. Okay. So for example, we have to here give the example, create a class named student. Okay. We have to create a class whose name is student, which will inherit the properties and methods from the person class that we have defined in first. Okay. So we have to create a class name as student and which will inherit the properties and methods of the parent class, and that is the person class. Okay. So I will store this name as a class. Okay. So I'm going to give the class and it is a student class. Okay. Class name is student and I'm giving the parameter as person. Parameter as person. And I will use the pass statement now. Okay. I will use the pass statement. And then I have created this student class. Okay. So guys, here we have to note what we have to note, guys. Use this pass keyword when we do not want to add any other properties or methods to the class. That means in the class, if we do not add any method and properties, then and only then we have to use the pass statement. In the last video, previous video, we have seen when we have to use the pass statement, guys. Okay, so this is the pass statement used. Now the student class has the same properties and methods as the person class because we have given this person class as a parameter to the student class, guys. Now if I call this student class, then what I will get, let's see. I will store this student class into the x variable, guys. Let's see, this is student. Okay. And in this student I will give the name now. Okay, I will give the my name. Okay, and then my last name, first name and last name, guys. Second, okay. So this is my first name and last name. Now I will use x dot print name. Okay, x dot print name method. And if I run this now, again I will get my name by using the student class. Okay, it's overwrite it. Yes. So student class is the child class of person class, that is a parent class, and we can use, instead of person we can use the student now. Okay, so this is the thing, guys. Now next one is adding the init function into the child class. How we can add the init function into the child class, guys? So far we have created a child class, guys, and that inherits the properties and methods from the parent class. Now if we want to add the init function to the child class instead of the pass keyword, okay, so what we have to do next? So firstly we have to note here, guys, what we have to note, the init function is called automatically every time. Every time the init function will be called automatically. The class is being used to create a new object. When the class is being used to create a new object, then the init function will be called automatically, guys. Okay, so now here is the question: add the init function to the student class. We have to add the init function in the student class, guys. So how I will add this init function into the student class? So firstly, I will copy this class as a person class. Okay, okay. Let us see. I will copy this, and firstly I will paste it here. Okay. In the notes, guys, I have given only the uh child class, and then I have copied. I do not copy this person class. I have given only the child class and use the init method, guys. Okay. So this is person class. Now we are going to create our student class. So this is a student, and for this student we have to give the person as the parameter, guys. Okay, person as the parameter. Then give the colon. In the next line we have to use the init method, guys. So I will define this init underscore, and then cell parameter it's necessary to give, and then again I have to use the f name, okay, and the l name, okay, and then I will use in the next, that is the properties. So when we add the init function to the child class, then the child class will no longer inherit the parents init function. Okay, so this init function will be override the inheritance of the parents init function. Yes, so to keep the inheritance of the parents init function, we have to add a call to the parents init function. Okay, that means we have to add the parents init function. So I'm giving here person. Okay, I want to change into the parent class. Na? That's why I'm giving the person dot. Now you have to use the init function. Okay, person dot init, and then give the cell parameter to it, and then f name and l name also. Okay, f name and l name also. Okay, and this is, we have defined the student class, guys. Let's run it. It's run. Now I will store this student class into the x variable. Okay, I will store it into the x variable. So x is equal to, I will use this as student. Okay, student, and in this student I will use the student first name and last name, guys. Let's see, this is the first name, and what is the last name? So this is the last name, guys. Okay, and I will use x dot print name function. Okay, x dot print name function, and give the parentheses, and let's run it. So what we will get? I will get again my first name and the last name, guys. Okay, so by using this, we can also create the class, that is the child class. That means we have to add the init function. Now, guys, next one is use of the super function. Before that, we have successfully added the init function and kept the inheritance of the parent class, and we are ready to add some functionality in the init function. Okay, so let's move to the next, that is the super function. So what is super function, guys? Python also has a super function that will make the child class inherit all the methods and properties from its parent class. Okay, that is the super function, and we have to use the super function now. So I have copied the same code that I have to take here. One second. Then how we can use the super function? For that, I will give you this one. Okay. Now I will define the student class and same init function, guys. Same init function. That's why I have copied this and I will paste it here. Okay, I will paste it here. Then in this, I will use the super function. I will use the super function. So how I can use this super, give the parentheses and then dot, and then you have to use the init. Okay, init, and in this init you have to give the two parameters, that is f name and l name. Okay, so f name and l name. So these are the two parameters you have to give into the super. Okay, and then run it. If we run this, this class will be stored. And now I will call the student class again. Okay, so I will store this into the x variable. X is equal to student. Okay, is a student, and you have to give the first name and last name. Okay, I'm given the Michael. Okay, so this is Michael, and I will give its last name as Jackson. Yes, and I want to print, guys, x dot print name again. So I will use x dot print name and give the parenthesis. Let's run it. Let's see what will be get. You will get the same output. Okay, one second. I have to give here R. Yes, let's run it. So I will get the first name and last name. So by using the super function, we do not have to use the name of the parent element. We do not have to use the name of the parent element. It will automatically inherit the methods and properties from its parent. Okay, so it's not necessary to use the name of the parent element. Yes, that's the thing. Now we have to add the properties into the student class, that is our uh, child class. Okay, so how we can add the properties? So here is the question, guys. Add a property called graduation year to the student class. We have to add this property as a graduation student, graduation year into the student class, guys. Okay, now I will copy some code from here. Okay, so class person to class student also, and to the super method also. Okay, here I will copy the same code that I want. Yes, and I will paste it here. Now, guys, I have to add one property. So what is property? Graduation year. So I will use self dot graduation year. Okay, self dot graduation year. Okay, and this self dot graduation year will be if I want 2022. Okay, I want 2022, and if I run this, the class get stored. Now I will store this class into the x variable, which class gets student class. Okay, so x is equal to, my class is a student class, so this is a student, and in this student, now I will use the name of the student, that is a Mike, and then its surname, that is a Duke. Okay, and now I want to print, guys. Now I will use the print statement, x dot graduation year. Okay, let's see what will happen. Graduation year, let's see what will happen. Let's run it. So I will get the graduation year. It shows that, guys, we can add a property into the child class. Yes, by using the super method and init. So this is the thing. So here again another question, that is add the year parameter and pass the correct year when creating the object, guys. So in this example, the year should be a variable and which passed into the student class when creating the student objects. To do so, and another parameter in the init function. Okay, so how it will be, let us see. Let us see how we can add the year parameter and pass, how we can pass the correct year when creating the object kinds. So I need the same code, that's why I'm pasting. Okay, so self dot graduation year, if you want, is self dot graduation year. Okay, self dot graduation year is equal to, now I have stored at 2022, but I don't know uh, from which year he has completed his graduation. Okay, so I will give here as year. Okay, and let's run it. Same code. Now I will store the same thing. Okay, x is equal to student Mike Duke and this one. Okay, then here I will give another parameter, that is 2022. Okay, and let's run it. Let's see what will happen, guys. 1 second. I have to check something. Okay, x is equal to student my tier parameters and 4 are given. Just 1 second. I have to check here. Yes, in the init function, we have to give the year also. Yes, in this init function, you have to give the year also, because this is parameter, na? That's why. Okay. In the previous example, we have stored it as 2022, but here it's not stored. Okay, that's fine. And now it will be 2022. So remember this thing, in the init function, you have to give the one extra parameter. So this is the method, guys. Now, in this way, we can add the properties into the uh, student class, that is our child class. Now, how we can add the methods into the child class? Let's see. So firstly, the example, add method called welcome to the student class. We have to add the method into the student class and which name is welcome. Okay, now I will copy some code from here. Yes, so save dot graduation year to year. Okay, and I will paste the same code here, guys. Yes, I will paste it here. Then 1 second, I have to check anything is remaining or not. Okay, no. Now we have to use, or we have to call the method, that is welcome method. So I will define the another function. I will define the another function. Okay, in this class, student class. So I will define this welcome. Okay. So guys, if your command on defining the functions, you can create the classes also. So in this welcome, I have to give the self parameter, guys. It's compulsory to give. Now I will print some statement. Okay. I will print some statement for this welcome function. Okay. So I want to print the name as welcome. Okay. Welcome self dot first name. Okay. Welcome self dot first name. That means, guys, I want welcome, suppose John, welcome John, and it's Duke, welcome John Duke to the class of 2022. Okay. So that's why I'm using this format. So welcome self dot first name. Okay. First name, and then comma self dot last name also. Yes. Self dot last name. Then to the, okay, to the class of, class of what, self dot graduation year. Okay. Graduation year. So this format I want. Now I will run this. Okay, it's run. Now I will store this X into the student class. Okay. So student, now I'm giving this name as Mike, and then Duke. Okay. Duke, and then I will give the year as 2022. Yes. And then if I want, guys, x dot print name. Okay. Print name. So you can use it. And then if now I have to use the print statement. Okay. Then and only then it will go. Then if I want to print x dot welcome. Okay. Welcome x dot welcome. Yes. So, and if I run this, then what will happen? Let's see. Okay, it's give invalid syntax. We have to give here comma. Let's run it. So guys, let us see. Mike Duke, then x dot print name. It will not give none. It will give me none. And then welcome Mike Duke to the class of 2022. This one. Yes. So this is the thing, guys. In this way, we can call the method. We can make the method, that is math dot. In the math library, we have used math dot sqrt of something, and in this way, x dot welcome. So in this welcome, what we have defined, this we have defined. That's why it's coming. So for making our own module in Python, the classes are very important, guys. Okay. So if we add a method in the child class with the same name as a function in the parent class, the inheritance of the parent method will be overwritten. That means it's overwritten. Okay, guys. I hope all of you understood the inheritance in Python. So thank you for watching the video.